I declare the congregation open. Good afternoon. My name is Alistair Burt. I have the honour to be the Pro-Chancellor of Lancaster University. And so to all members of the university, guests, and especially all of you graduating here today, welcome. It's an enormous pleasure to be able to welcome you all in person on what is a very special occasion. We're thrilled to be able to have this celebration, and it feels particularly special to be here to mark your achievements. If there's been a harder time to be a student in the modern era, I can't think of it. Many of you will have experienced A-level disruption. Then COVID affected many aspects of life, not least the university and collegiate life that was awaiting you here. Lancaster University is no island, and we have endured also the buffeting of international and national events and disruption, which affect how higher education is seen and experienced. We're acutely conscious of such pressures upon our students from these different directions, and we do all we can to mitigate them. You've come through so much, so today is undoubtedly all about you. We're very aware that you may have had to overcome unprecedented challenges of your own in order to complete your degree. Your graduation is a testament to your own resilience and determination, and of course, the support from your tutors, families and friends who I know will be feeling justifiably proud of you today. We're here to celebrate the achievements of our students from Bowland College and PhD graduates from the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences and the University of Cumbria. I'm sure that your college has played an important part during your time here. They're so important in providing support, a sense of community, social life, and helping to form lifelong relationships. Of course, they're also great for creating well-natured intercollegiate rivalry and competition too. I'd like to make special mention of our Alumni Award winner, Samantha Renke. Very pleased to see you here, Samantha, and we'll hear more about you later. So, whether you're receiving an undergraduate degree today or a doctoral degree, I offer our most sincere congratulations. Degree ceremonies, while formal occasions, are events to be enjoyed. So I would encourage you all to applaud our graduates enthusiastically at appropriate times during the ceremony. Let me make clear what I've just said. It is a license to all of you to make some noise. Yes, it is very formal, you're all very smartly dressed, and you've all come for a great occasion, but do make some noise. You're more than entitled to. It's a day of celebration, and I suspect the celebrations will go on long after we finish here. To friends and families in particular, I would say, think of what you've all been through in order to get them here today. If that isn't worth a whoop, I don't know what is. There are no easy degrees at Lancaster. Everyone has to be earned through commitment, dedication, and sheer hard work. So today we celebrate the fact that each of you has proven that you not only have the intelligence, but you also have the resilience to rise to a challenge. Graduation ceremonies recognize the significant commitment that you've given to your studies and chosen field. The steps taken across the stage when you come to the graduation are symbolic of the hard work you've put in and the exciting new opportunities that await you. And just a word about that. Enjoy your walk and take your time. Some of you will walk across the platform again in the future, others will not, but we're in no hurry. Enjoy your walk, take your time. You've earned it. Today marks the end of an era, but also a new beginning for you as an alum of Lancaster University. You're joining a community of thousands of Lancaster graduates from virtually every country in the world, a network which we hope will provide support, advice, and friendship throughout your lives. Please do keep in touch. And that's not a throwaway comment. We really mean it. It will matter to you in years to come. Look around you now at your friends and colleagues. Who will you cross the world to meet again in years to come? Because you will. I started university nearly 50 years ago, and I still would go anywhere to see my friends. Our students and graduates are amongst our finest ambassadors. Our hope is that wherever your future takes you, you will continue to represent your alma mater by becoming engaged in your local communities, helping us to build our reputation as a world-leading institution and changing the world for the better. When and where will we hear about you again? Because we will. While you're doing that, we at Lancaster will be working hard to keep up our end of the bargain and secure the enduring value of the qualification you've completed. Depending on your league table of choice, we're ranked within the top 10 or dozen or so out of 130 UK universities. Lancaster is rising in international league tables too. We rose 22 places in the QS World University Rankings this year to be just outside the top 100 of 1,500 higher education institutions worldwide, and our ambition is to break into that top 100. Recently, the results of the Research Excellence Framework were published. In this independent assessment of research quality and impact, 91% of our research here at Lancaster was ranked world-leading or internationally excellent, and we outrank 8 of the Russell Group institutions. We're working hard to make our university more sustainable, with a giant wind turbine and a planned solar farm, and rank amongst the top 10 in the UK on this measure. We're one of the highest producers of renewable energy out of all UK universities, and we're committed to becoming carbon neutral by 2035. Lancaster also recognises its responsibilities as a civic university. We have a firm commitment to our city and our region. From the doctors in our hospitals to the brilliant energy of spin-out companies, Lancaster University makes a huge impact. We're proud to be part of the team that's bringing the Eden Project to Morecambe and developing the Morecambe Bay curriculum, a unique community-created curriculum designed to equip children and young people with the skills to look after themselves and the planet and be the future students for Lancaster and elsewhere. Lancaster's strengths in research, teaching and investment in the student experience reflect our distinctive university community. Lancaster is and will remain a university that's open to the world. We have a network of overseas campuses in China, Germany, Ghana and Malaysia, in addition to our local regional partnerships. Our campuses form a key part of our global community, with 1/3 of our undergraduate students studying overseas, supported with a strong mobility programme to equip our graduates to become truly global citizens. And at present, there are over 8,000 students studying for a Lancaster degree outside the UK. Here in Lancaster, we're particularly proud of the fact that we welcome students from 183 countries worldwide, and that our staff come from all parts of Europe and beyond, even Yorkshire. Roses. The rich diversity they provide on campus not only brings huge benefits educationally, it prepares our students for life in an increasingly global and connected society. Finally, let's return to you again. Success in whatever form it takes is inherently about people. Behind each successful individual is a team of family, friends and colleagues working together to help us achieve our dreams and aspirations. On this special day, we should take a moment to recognise the contribution they have made. Their support and encouragement has, I'm sure, made a real difference at vital moments over the past few years to you. It's wonderful that so many of your friends and family can join with us here today, and your academic staff and all of us. So let us show our appreciation of each other and those who've helped all of you get here. So today, you join a special community. Like over 170,000 others, you're about to become alumni of this great university. Ours is a community that expresses the very best of today's world. High achievers, great thinkers, top leaders, all important, but also, we hope, people who care about those around them, people who are making a difference in communities, both local and global, in industry and in charity, in the private sector and in public services. You come from different backgrounds and you will end up living and working in very different locations. But in the end, you are part of a community all bound together by one common history. So when you leave here, you will take something of Lancaster with you. Memories, of course, the friends you've made, the tutors you've met, the knowledge you've gained, what you learned from your studies. But above all, we hope that what you take away from Lancaster is what you've learned about yourselves. That if you persevere, it pays off. That if you follow your dreams, you can achieve great things. I had the privilege recently of listening to Sir Alex Ferguson. I believe there are other football managers, but they don't really matter. And he was speaking to a similar group as yourselves in the same sort of occasion. And he had 3 things he wanted to leave with people. And bearing in mind his own very humble beginnings and the achievements he made, he speaks with great humility and modesty about that. But he had 3 things of note, I thought, to put to you. Firstly, he said, value your expectations, the expectations you have of yourselves and that others have of you. Value them. Secondly, he said, there will be knockbacks in life. Of course there will. It's what you learn from the knockbacks that matter. And he spoke of 5 cup finals that he actually lost. And he said he was a better manager for every cup final he lost. And lastly, he said, and you'd expect him to say this, bearing in mind Fergie time and all the United goals at the end of the game, never, ever give up. It's one of life's ironies, of which there are many, that the apex of one achievement is at the same moment only the platform for the next. Each of you has proved that you have what it takes to make a success of life, that if you persevere, it pays off, that if you follow your dreams, you can rise to a higher level. So, in the world to which you're entering, and it needs you very badly, be of good courage, and remember always to do what you can with what you've got where you are. Do what you can with what you've got where you are. Congratulations once again. We wish you all the very best for the future, wherever life takes you. Thank you.
Please may all PhD graduates of the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences stand. Pro-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present these members of the Faculty of Arts and Social Science who are worthy to receive higher degrees of the university. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Anouda Abusalam, The Linguistic Injustice Debate. Neve Armstrong, Investigating Digital Agility, Using a Chatbot to Scaffold Learning Opportunities for Students. Dahlia Bateman, Police Officers' Perspectives on Social Justice, Pedagogy in Mental Health Crisis Intervention. Vlad Kiriak, The Shadow Learning Landscape of Paramedic Student Experiences. Shannon Clifford, ICT Policy and Practice in South Korean Higher Education, a Change Laboratory Intervention. Helen Dring Turner, Recognition, Representation and Relationships. Nuala Harding, Reframing Pedagogic Practice Using a Social Practice Perspective in Irish Higher Education. Ruth Harrison Palmer, A Flexible Framework for Articulating How Student Teachers Learn Teaching. Matrice Harris Weidman, Exploratory Case Study of Students of Colour in US Study Abroad. Ola Hosni, Opening Windows and Closing Gaps, the Agenda Setting of Inclusion Policies at Egypt Universities. Joanne Heine, The Inclusion of Young People with English as an Additional Language. Marie Lefevre, Operationalising Feminist Pedagogic E-Leadership as Practice, and Auto-Ethnographic Bricolage. Denise McGillar-Ree, Visualising Threshold Concepts and Threshold Graphics in Social Care using Inquiry Graphics. Joanna McLean, Digital Innovation in Education. Richard Martin, Action Comrades, Action Social Movement Learning and Knowledge Generation in South Africa. Kiratika Devi Raghupathy, Interactions Between Ideologies, Academic Subjectivities and Practices in a Gradeless Environment. Please may all PhD graduates of the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences stand.
By my authority as Pro-Chancellor, I confer upon these members of the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences the degrees for which they have been presented. Many congratulations.
Please may all PhD graduates of the University of Cumbria stand. Pro-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present these members of the University of Cumbria who are worthy to receive higher degrees of the university. for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, for a thesis entitled Cushing Syndrome, the Diagnosis, Consequences and Health-Related Quality of Life, Margot McBride. For a thesis entitled Experiences of Domestic Violence Among Women in Rural Pakistan, Nasra Khan. For a thesis entitled A Reclamation of Hysterical Realism, Joseph Michael Chevchek. For a thesis entitled How Can Art Practice Provide a Rebalancing and Re-Evaluation of the Canonic Legacy of Kurt Schwitters, Jacqueline Ann Haynes. Please may all PhD graduates of the University of Cumbria stand.
By my authority as Pro-Chancellor, I confer upon these members of the University of Cumbria the degrees for which they have been presented. Many congratulations.
Pro-Chancellor, I present to you Samantha Renck for the award of Outstanding Alumna of the Year. Samantha is a distinguished member of an alumni community that numbers over 170,000 members across the globe. As we recognise her achievements through this award, we also acknowledge and celebrate the wider successes of all Lancaster graduates and the important part they continue to play in the life of our university. Samantha Renck is an award-winning actress, writer, presenter, disability activist, inclusion and equality consultant, and keynote speaker. Born with the condition osteogenesis imperfecta, more commonly known as brittle bone disease, Samantha has both embraced and celebrated this aspect of her life while not shying away from the implications. She's remembered here as a trailblazing student, helping Lancaster to think more about how to accommodate diverse needs, both in the physical sense, including improvements to buildings, and in adapting and being more flexible about some of its teaching and learning practices. After graduating from Lancaster with a degree in German studies, she completed a PGCE at the University of Cumbria, and then worked for 3 years as a high school languages teacher and in special educational needs. It didn't take long for her to realise, though, that she had a talent for acting and the ability to offer a strong voice in support of underrepresented groups. As a passionate activist and ambassador, she has represented, among other causes, Scope, ADD International, and Parallel Global, and she's been a guest speaker for a wide variety of organisations, including the National Education Union, Viacom, British Red Cross, Santander, and UNICEF. She writes regularly on the experience of being disabled and the impact of ableism, bullying, and patronising attitudes, often through her column in Metro. She has been recognised in the Shaw Trust's Power 100 as the third most influential disabled person in the UK, and she's been nominated as Campaigner of the Year in the European Diversity Awards and shortlisted as Celebrity of the Year at the National Diversity Awards. Samantha's acting career has been diverse and successful. In 2014, she won the Susan Mullen Award for Best Actress at the Los Angeles Diversity Film Festival, and she's also starred in a series of successful adverts for Maltesers, which focus on the real-life experiences of disabled people. She's a go-to celebrity guest for a wide range of popular TV and radio shows, including Celebrity Antiques Road Trip, Loose Women, Rip Off Britain, Sunday Morning Live, Front Row, and Word of Mouth. Samantha's autobiography, The Best Things Since Sliced Bread, was published last year. Among the frank, funny, thought-provoking, and often moving experiences captured in the book, she offers a window onto the things that really make her tick. Her devotion to fashion and interior design, the role of her two Sphinx cats play in her life, and her superfan passion for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That's the Sarah Michelle Gellar version, not the film. Alongside all her other remarkable CV points, her wit, her talent, her incredible ability to inspire, perhaps the most important thing of all, Samantha Renck is a champion for life, for taking that most precious of gifts and making the very best of it, no matter what hand we are dealt. She reminds us that regardless of the obstacles each of us might face, we all have the capacity to be fulfilled, to be loved and appreciated, to do good. In her book, she demonstrates her own love for life, describing it as exhausting, uplifting, wonderful, terrible, beautiful, ugly, amazing, depressing, and myriad other things. She says she knew from an early age that she would make a difference on the world. In her words, tall dreams for a little person. I think it's fair to say Samantha has succeeded and continues to succeed in teaching us the value of life and how unconquerable the human spirit can be. Samantha Renck's many achievements should act as a reminder of the success that is possible with commitment and dedication. Our world faces so many challenges, far more indeed than when each of you first arrived at Lancaster. When you leave here today, you will have the chance to make a real difference by putting the things you've learned to good use. Whatever path you choose, whatever opportunities and obstacles you face, like Samantha and many other alumni before you, be the best that you can be for yourselves, your families, and the wider communities in which you live and work. Pro-Chancellor, it is my honour to present Samantha Renck for the award of Outstanding Alumna of the Year.
Chancellor, fellow members of the University, honoured guests, I am truly delighted to accept the Outstanding Alumni of the Year award. It really is a privilege to be sharing your special day, and I offer my heartfelt congratulations to all of you on your graduation day. It is truly wonderful to be back on campus, if only to get my picture retaken in my cap and gown, as my eyebrows are way better now than they were in 2008. What can I say? I found microblading. But joking aside, the nostalgia is indeed intoxicating. So many happy memories, reminiscing about all the friends and mischief made along the way, pushing the parameters of what I thought I was capable of. The beauty and enormity of the campus, which seems to be ever growing, but it did at the time make me feel so grown up, this newfound freedom and autonomy that it presented. Yet with this newfound independence also came many a sleepless nights, tears and a couple of tantrums. not to mention abundance of imposter syndrome. I certainly do not miss the deadlines or sticking to word counts. As you can probably tell, being the chatterbox that I am, I don't like to be put in a box. Most of all, it's wonderful to be back and simply to reflect, take stock of my own personal journey. Lancaster University was such a huge stepping stone for my own success. You know, it really allowed me to believe in myself, to push myself to succeed. This is something that I did revisit in my memoir. In fact, you know, it is almost to the day that my book, You Are the Best Thing Since Sliced Bread, and yes, I am plugging my book at your graduation. I expect you all to get a copy after this. You know, did exactly that. It got me to reflect on my life, one of possibly the most greatest of my achievements. And I'm often asked, you know, what is it like to write a book? And I have to honestly reply that, above all, it is incredibly cathartic. You know, very similar today, it opens your eyes to achievements. And I think sometimes we can be too quick to indulge in our negativity bias and not celebrate all that we have accomplished, the great and the small. At times it was painful to write, and it was a real insight into my soul. I bared all, literally. It made me have some really honest conversations with myself and perhaps confront some of my demons. Not to mention, it was hard bloody work. But if there is one message, one overarching life lesson I took away from writing that I really wanted to share with you all today, as you ascend into the world, so to speak. But this lesson, this life, this little nugget of wisdom came from a rather frank and honest conversation that I had with my mum, who was also here today. I really wanted to learn more about my own beginning, you know, how I came into this world. You see, as you have already heard, I came into this world with a very rare genetic condition called osteogenesis imperfecta, brittle bones. I've had over 200 fractures in my life, and as an infant, I was so fragile that I actually got carried around on a little pillow, like a little chihuahua. I wonder where I got this diva attitude from. I'm not too sure. And, you know, I've always lived life being a wheelchair user. No one in my family expected me to be born with an impairment, and my mum describes my birth rather heartbreakingly, more like a bereavement than a day of celebration. No words of congratulation, rather pity and despair. In fact, the first words that my parents heard were, "I'm so sorry. There was something wrong with your baby." People avoided coming to hospital because they felt inherently sad that I was born with brittle bones. Such a tragedy. I entered this world not only with a diagnosis, but a label, disabled. Synonymous with can't, won't, shouldn't. I spent the best part of my life tirelessly negating that harmful stereotype. I absolutely did not want to be a label and to turn into a self-fulfilling prophecy. I knew I deserved better. Well, this was a real struggle, living in such a systemically ableist and disabling world. In fact, me coming to study at Lancaster, probably shouldn't say this, happened by chance, as at the time, this was the only university that I applied to that understood my needs and respected my identity by allowing me to complete my language degree and forgo the year abroad due to a spinal operation that would clash. Ironically, I didn't do the year abroad, but I still was only 1 out of 3 people in my year to get a distinction. Nevertheless, during my time here, it was evident that I was one of the small handful of deaf, disabled, and neurodivergent students. I was in a privileged position. I loved being at university, but I loved how people reacted to me when I told them I was at university much more. When they came to me on bent knees, patronizing baby voices, "What is your name? What do you do?" As though my physical disability also impacted my cognitive function. I'd proudly, like a peacock with embossed glitter feathers, say, well, I'm Samantha and I'm reading French, German, European Studies and Sociology at Lancaster University. Thank you very much. The whole demeanour shifted in an instant. I gained their respect and I felt validated in that moment. Their approval gave me what I thought I wanted, and this became my life goal. Irrespective of who we are, we can all relate to making life choices to please others, make other people proud, live to keep up with our peers on Instagram or outperform our siblings or compete with friends. All this can undoubtedly push us to reach for the stars, and that bit of external pressure can indeed ignite the passion in our bellies. Yet, the biggest gift we can do in life is not to live by other people's standards, opinions, or labels. Yes, we can spend years moulding ourselves into more palatable versions of what society wants. However, it's important to stop every now and then and reflect on what you want just for you. What brings you joy? What next chapter do you truly want to embark on? If you can drown out all them external voices and simply say, yes, this is where I am supposed to be. I hope today is the start of living this kind of life for you all. So once again, a huge congratulations. You are all amazing. I'm all very proud of you, although I don't know any of you, but you're all amazing. So thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your ceremony. Thank you.
Please may all Bowland College graduates stand. Pro-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present these members of Bowland College who have completed first degrees of the university. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Sarah Elizabeth Adams. Chanel Akambambi Ashola. Jay Aldrich. Amy Allcroft. Isaac Brian Backhouse. Clara Marie Helene Banchush. Angelica Florence Bartlett. Yasmin Amina Pascal. Emily Bates. Georgina Bellingham. Amy Black. Charity Louisa Bond Thorley. Catherine Ann Boyd. Sophie Boyd. Giles Bridge. Oliver David Britton. Catherine Emily Brown. Jacob Brown. Noah Elliott Brunt. Philippa Jane Campbell. Ellie Kiana Carland. Ewan Arthur Kevin Carrick. Anea Grace Carroll. Jaeyu Chen. Xiaong Cheng. Marie Elizabeth Clifford. Lydia Collins. Thomas Jude Crisp. Anayarine Crozier. Samantha Jane Carell. Isla Grace Davis. Sophie Jessica Davies. Patrick Donnelly. Ellie Scarlett Dorman. Victoria Ellen Dreve. Cara Duckman. Emily Megan Edwards. Georgia Ellen Edwards. Katie Edgerton. Claudia Jane Elliott Maybe. Freya Jean English. Natasha Palin Fallows. Amber Jane Elizabeth Felton. Charlie Elizabeth Fisher. Rachel Carolyn Fitzsimmons. Gregory J. Florence. Erin May Folland. Max Folds. Molly Isabel Fraser. Lauren French. Alexandra Andonov Gagov. Vasilina Dimitrov Gishanova. Agvila Gidai Tita. Jasmine Hannah Gray. Charlotte Eve Green. Heather Green. Bethan Greenhoff. Rebecca Hargrave. Susanna Hitz. Kam Ting Ho. Alfie Samuel Holmes. Holly Rose Howson. Theo Alexander Hunt. Yoto Elev. Noah Inca. Matthew David Jackson. Casey Lee Charlotte Joy. Matthew Kamhoga. Kryza Kanori. Miles Henry Kennedy. Alex Michael King. Rebecca Carolyn Knott. Jasmine Lasfar. Chung Fei Lau. Ching Hang Lee. Sean Francis Stephen Liddle. Irina Gabriela Lugochi. Elena Luzginetti. Mason James Mackey. Fenella McLean. Jack Manfredi. Amy Josephine Grace Maguette. Robert Mason. Poppy Rachel McCartan. Fergus McClanachan. Molly McCullough. Niall McDermott. Robin McElroy. Sarah McKay. Emily Alice Mitchell. Zach Moucton. Alisa Murat. Melissa Newlove. Jinghang Nugang. Rose Florence Noden. Jeffrey Knott. Madeline Alice Niombi. Damiola Lydia Oyaliki. Michaela Joan Perfetto. Carrie Grace Goodaham Phillips. Jamie Phillips. Catherine Phillips. Ewan Pollock. Lucy Prescott. Ramsha Raja. Elena Riley. Catherine Roadnight. Amy Roberts. William Robinson. William Ryan. Laura Saraviva. Abby Sargent. Nimai Scotto di Covella. Sandra Seng. Lauren Jane Shannon. Thomas Serko. Zara Simic. Nishivitha Sok Aligam. Adam Stanbridge. Matthew Staton. Grace May Steen. Charles Elliott Sturgis. Rev Sullivan. Shuyai Schwen. Aya Tagari. Daniel Pham. Darcy Morgan Thomas. Alana Thurgood. Thomas Brian George to Oward Lisham. Zara Rekha Trotman. Amy Rebecca Traynor. Grace May Trotter. Laura Danielle Vaughan. Lily Shue Webster. Kate Ann Wilkes. Olivia Shersha Williams. Ronnie Wolfe. Lydia Rose Wood. Laura Michelle Young. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Alex Abrams. Ali Alkila. Andrea Handro. Maria Avram. Jasmine Banaze. Max Bird. Lauren Fiona Cook. Caitlin Lily Dorber. Thomas Richard Dawson. Svitlana Derenvianko. Erin Jenna Dinest. Anodari Elder Bata. Zoe Elizabeth Fielden. Ebony Jane Flack. James Alistair George Graham. Abby Holly Greenhush. Jack Harben. Catherine Howells. Amelia Kat Ellie Nati. Charlotte Ann Kemsley. Abdullah Khan. Karen Cormie. Jakob Kravetz. Sil-chung Lee. Veronica Annetta Lopko. Lester John Met. Callum McBain. Isaac Patrick McGarrity. Maria Magdalena Rousseau. Chloe Rebecca Shields. Emily Wing Young Soo. Sho'o Si. Please may all Bowland College graduates stand.
By my authority as Pro-Chancellor, I confer upon these members of Bowland College the degrees for which they have been presented. Many congratulations. Well, we may have to spend a little money repairing the roof that you've just raised. Thank you very much, everyone, for the participation this afternoon. There's been a lovely response from families and friends, and the noise you've made, which has been great and well deserved by all those here. To all of you here, thank you for coming to our university, and to all those of you back there, thank you for entrusting your children to this university. It's much appreciated. Thank you for such a great day. A warm thanks to everyone here, all our wonderful academics and tutors on the stage, our signers, the enunciators, those who have read out the names, which I think is sometimes the hardest job of everybody here, all those who have put together this wonderful ceremony, our magnificent musicians, and of course to our special alumni for an inspiring address. We'll all remember where we were today, listening to Samantha, so thank you very much for that. So with that, I now declare this congregation closed. Long may our university prosper.